Will, how long do you think the suspensions will be?
Well, first of all, he was the aggressor. I saw that last night. I mean, he's not the victim here.
Yeah, he hit the
he
ball.
was going at Ibaka every step of the way with Ibaka returning fire. There was only thing holding Robin Lopez back from a full-on brawl was all those other players. And so if that's the case, you got to give whatever your context, your going rate is. For. I don't care if you connect.
Yeah.
I don't think you get rewarded or penalized for missing or connecting. You tried.
Yeah.
You wanted to. And if no one else had intervened, you would have connected multiple times, or at least tried to. He threw, I don't know, one or two, three out. He threw as many as he could get in. He just was bad at aiming them. So you have some numbers.
Yeah, so I think most recently our researcher Alexa helped us with this and pointing out that Meta World Peace got 7 games for connecting with an elbow in 2012. Ilyasova did kind of a push-punch thing to Evans in 2014 and only got 1 game for that. So I think
Meta was also past transgression.
And I think that all comes into this. And you said that Lopez was the aggressor in this situation. I agree wholeheartely, but there's a full game, and there's more context to that. Like
Jimmy Butler said post-game.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Talking the whole game, trying to start things with. But whatever, that happens in NBA games.
3-4. How about this? 3-4 games suspension.
I don't care. Sure, maybe.
Well, here's the funny thing.
I feel like two is enough, but 3 or 4 is fine with me. I'm not angry about it one way or the other, but I just feel like it's the
more than one.
Yeah, it should be more than one.
And I think we're kind of spitballing it because, like, what's the exact?
Yeah, what's the
exact? That's part of the problem.
By the way, that's what the NBA does.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. And like my experience in Players Association, both at the NBA and the NFL, is that's one of the things that players associations and players always want, and the leagues fight against. But they should want is kind of certainty on these sorts of things.
Yeah, but how do you do that, Domonique? You say if you connect, you get 2. If you miss, you get 3.
No.
If you hit twice, you get 4.
No, it should be
it's
throwing
like
a punch.
Throwing a punch
That's
is this, because then you get into this situation
What's
where
a punch? You're
it's
gonna
a
get into
debate,
that.
and then you have to match up against precedent. I mean, that's how the NFL got in all this situation with Ray Rice and all that stuff, is because they didn't have precedent. If you have precedent to rely on, you can say it's out of my hands.
Look, you talked about your football knowledge. I'll tell you this, as a lawyer. Just because you write something down more specifically doesn't make it less complicated. I'll give you this. What's a catch in the NFL? They've written that thing out to I don't know how many words now is in that definition. We're no less clear on what a catch is. So what is a punch would be the next debate on that. And by the way, that's on Ibaka on this front. They're in a fight for the 3 seed in the playoffs. And he's got to be smarter than that.
I'm Max Kellerman. Thanks for stopping by. Before you go, hit the button below to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a moment of me taking down Stephen A. Smith.